So here's the completed soundboard with all the wires hooked up. So I got all the resistors in and heat shrink around each one of the connections here. I put a little piece of electrical tape underneath just to make sure this piece right here doesn't short out. Same here underneath, piece of electrical tape, and then over here also. And then all the 14-volt commons all run together and are bundled right in here. The heat shrink on this one was a little too small, so I had to finish it up with some liquid electrical tape, but that'll be fine. On the inside here, I finished and kept everything nice and neat right down the center, because on the locomotive you do have these two pieces of metal, so all that wiring kind of has to go in between it. So that's what I did here in the middle. That's why this little clip is here. So you want to make sure all your wires kind of bundle together and come straight out, and I use black electrical tape just to hold everything together. And same thing on the back for the two rear headlights. There's a little channel here. You just run the wires through there, put a piece of tape over the top, and they'll be nice and secure and out of the way and not get tangled up in anything. So that's about it for all the connections. And then the other biggest thing you want to make sure before you heat shrink everything down, you always want to test as you go. So I actually use a Digitrax, an older Zephyr that I have, the DCS50, and I just run a couple of jumper wires over to a piece of test track, and that way with the power applied I can test my headlights with the 0 function. F5 is my ditch lights. So I have headlights, ditch lights, and then when I switch over to reverse, they all go out. And then there's the reverse headlight that's on, also controlled by the 0 function. Alright. So the reason I say it's real important to test as you go, I actually reversed the 14-volt common with the resistor side of the LEDs. So once I finished the first installation, I actually had to take this back apart and reverse the wires. I don't know how I did it, but you know, it happens. So I was able to correct that and then put it all back and rewire it. And everything's working as it should now. So that's it. That's what it looks like. And all the wires, I try to keep them so they kind of loop this way, so that when the shell goes on, they all just kind of loop in. For the rear, loop this way. For the front, loop this way. And that'll keep everything on top. Alright, thanks for watching.